3 champions. 23 league champions. And Kumasi Asante Kotoko. Omo ewa ombisi akan. Accra House of Folk, they are omo de no 21 and I say 22. 21. Say no 22 no contention be ewo ho. Enti 21 league champions. Glorious Accra House of Folk, omo ne Basake. Holy Stars, omo ye new boys kra. Enti saying enebe na Cristiano Ronaldo ahye ne 900th career goal. Enrei ewo Nations League no no. Oshego na waka sembi osi ono ohia so beje World Cup waji Euros ama Portugal waji Nations League ama Portugal okani mienu ebomu a etese World Cup enti ohia so beje World Cup kra sana Cristiano Ronaldo aka yes osi me just say me bo enti fani coat ne to so no no ankan na ade ewo after say
Okano Portuguese and as English and also here because as a writer as a writer I know that quotes are not always the gospel truth. Inti so Okano English dia nka mepe voice because
me pa cho fani quote no etoso na say bia me na bia man can here or the fatusu ni hu call
bottom line is that Okano anka whether it is Okano Portuguese and
no and
Arabic
make
Spanish
sometimes
so I can
and send you honor you attribute to
Okano we kuapim twi
no asma make mental so me say sometimes and send you honor you attribute
but
say utie boys
Rena Kaimami
okay so one or say Portugal winning the Euros is equivalent to a World Cup. I've already won 2 trophies for Portugal that I wanted. Cristiano Ronaldo. 1, there is no attribution to this quote.
No attribution.
No attribution. Say media house bang. Oh, David. In this era of fake news. Friends, what are you saying? In this era of fake news.
You allow him to do his PR job.
No, any PR job. Say a Happy FM flyer. Ka wo be won say Happy FM ye flyer bosso ye san betre baby Ronaldo e kan no no yenye education ye we are also in an election period. No I'm saying that no in the era of fake news
no I don't have a problem with that
in the era of fake news you cannot see quotes attributed to person without proper attribution to the quote. Now what can say nipa no na kai
whatever it is, we'll dig into the matter.
Because I said I say who first class.
Yeah, of course. I say who
first class.
To equate Euros to the World Cup there. And then really, Cristiano Ronaldo, the years are born. Not even
the Euros. To bring in the Nations League, I say who first class. There is no proper attribution to this quote.
So whatever it is, I believe you are preaching caution.
Yes.
Good. But I can choose not to be cautious.
No, but no, we have to.
I can choose not to be cautious. I can choose to go pick it up and really deal with this matter.
Because it's as if you will be unfair to him.
In as much so this our point now about Mr. Madiatu. But we must look at the other side of the agenda
to be the contender.
I'm saying that in as much as
I'm not doing PRO. I'm just pointing holes in this that
it's not pointing holes. You are just being cautious.
No,
because it is Cristiano Ronaldo. No, but it is understandable because you love him.
No,
everything of life.
It's not because
you love your heart. You love him with your heart.
It's not because
in fact,
guys, me pamcho mumi enkasa 1-1. Yemienu nyina ye kasa de omo a etie no omo nte me pamcho ye nkasa yi jowo wi na jesi akasa me wo bibia na me nso maka
me wo nsem bibisa mo mienu betumi ade eda hoyi is from which media house? No, me bisa question. Omo share wo Facebook no that be any rhetorical question. Me bisa mo mienu ade eda hoyi. It can be attributed from which media house in the world. Say image that way. No, that be a conversation. So maybe say idea way that way. It's attributed to which media house? A BBC na Adaba, a Happy FM, a Sky, and I say a Talk Sports. Media house bang and logo ebo ade way so. because logo be amboso. So it's like me makose them na makonkote we and them can say in this era of fake news, we cannot take an artwork without no media attribution, no media logo. The person not showing where Cristiano Ronaldo ekano because sameka asemochi meka asemochi and you bet me for Happy FM yeah artworks na yeah bebre Happy FM logo bo so bang in tisenga Happy FM who say a statement be air fly na your logo e bo so na nya quick na you really say fake but way attribution be any so you cannot use this we have fake news. I'm done. We have fake news.
Point is
okay.
Point is this: in as much as we want to be fair to Cristiano Ronaldo, I say we are born so with me aka. With me aka. I mean, waka be. I mean, but I think that it's complete disrespect to.
Okay, so Jesse, try answer. Okay. So this is TNT Sports on Twitter. Portugal winning Euros is equivalent to winning a World Cup. I have already won 2 trophies for Portugal that I really wanted. I am not motivated by that. Cristiano Ronaldo by record Portugal.
Record Portugal and also we have to go and fact check. So
we can fact check.
Yes. I like this.
We can fact check.
No. Yes, I'm saying that I like this.
Is record Portugal.
Yes, I like this because but the statement we need that attribution is but their prince. I can tell them say it's good that you better than
you see. Joe, let's not belabor the point. Me no say their graphics that people do are omonye attributions.
No, but
they are Sky. I'll tell you this. I know this for a fact, and I know say Sky when they do graphics, they don't attribute to anybody. There's no attribution on their.
Intuition who say it's from Sky.
Oh, me say when they do graphics,
yes,
they attribute it to say the TNT for maybe they will attribute to a Happy. And now record Portugal and now baby they don't do that.
But still Sky's logo is on it. Into who Sawi every Sky and ever.
But we are not talking about logo. We are not talking about logo. We are not talking about logo. We are talking about attribution. And I'm saying say even BBC they don't do those things.
No, but I said attribution and logo.
Yeah, that's what he said. That one he made that point. I'm saying that I will have something the base to talk. See, Cristiano Ronaldo, Nyoma Bebre na why look. It's complete disrespect to countries that have won the World Cup. How do you
we Jesse hold on. We me the betray mo keke o. Enye my yenkoye foreign emra ye be celebrate Cristiano Ronaldo. And then ye be celebrating for 900 goals. Career goals, yes. And then a celebration. Mami ma the breakdown of the goals no. Ansana Albright bebano. Ansana Albright bebano. Mami ma the breakdown of the goals no. Na Albright de transe de amame ana say ya okọ na nsan ye ho wa share 68 goals okọ Juventus obo Juventus 1.5 seasons wo Juventus o share 2 seasons wo Juventus o share 101 goals wo ho Manchester United 145 goals Portugal ya enrai until say obeshe sa go no share nra no na wa share 130 goals e de ama Portugal in all competitions enti no enra de ne kan ho ama ye 131 ena afin so Real Madrid e ho no share ne goals ne dodo papa 450 goals e de ma Real Madrid Sporting CP on the new kra na owura Alex Ferguson ekohu no ho e no kofa no e ba e ho share 5 goals per e ma Sporting CP nti okani nyina bomu a eye 900 eno ahye enei de enei jowo epe bibia se attribute to obi we enti we eye opata ena de aba enti
opata na de aba
yes
opata
anas enti jowo se bibia beka wo ne show izu bia ye attribute
but asma me ka say it's very important and it's very important and you say you do say asma kan you no attribution
no one ka say de me kan na nya no kro he wanted to just cross check.
I kept on saying that he's preaching caution.
But it was not even question. I was just going through many man so that I'm surprised say enyanu mumu na medema Collins. The attribution was na medema Collins because I had all of them on my phone. You say okase nyina na me call me phone is just to get obviously happy. We are noted for see and can be keke. That one we are noted for. Yes. So there's anything I make say let us not belabor the point. Because I am clear in my mind what I'm saying.
But stress on the matter say Cristiano Ronaldo has made this unconscionable statement. I mean, it's the highest form of nonsensicality.
Yeah, oh, the
highest form that anybody would attempt. Would anybody who attempt to even equate the Euros to the World Cup? It's up. When Messi had won the Copa America, there's a catcher.
Kwakwansa Albright Atnase me pamecho monfre Dennis emame wa na me kasa mentime honka me kasa mentime honka ba otime nka kwaku otime nka me kasa wote metimi atoa so ene yenko
Erano pay ye mobibi akwaba once again ereba Happy Sports so emeria du se kwaku ansa Albright Ghana's 5-star menjibre na memfa amanone nsem no emfa mbeso mokrati asefo bia na no pay ot Happy 98.9 FM yen nsem na se emfa free the US opener egu so a etwagu ewo eye flashing meadows US of A enye fedi agro endra eye pre-air grand finale games bi etetoye Emma Navarro ene Arena Sabalenka ene de game no ba ko ehihye so na eba na wie no na world number 2 Arena Sabalenka ache Emma Navarro abono 2 straight setter na ano ohye papapa 6-3 7-6 honoma abayo no so etimi ewuramu ewo the grand finale a enye fedi agra ye de ho nsem ede ma yenetiefo Obiba obebe ede amami ne hu de akọ ene ne ba ewo nhyehyɛ ahodo a egu nso a etwaguro game no mu ye hye papapa Emma Navarro epribia na so at the end of the game no emu ayehye edema no ye papapa Arena Sabalenka etimi edinkunimo after say victory no ebai no na ano ohyi papapa Arena de nsembi to dwa se na ni je ye pa se watimi ewuramu ewo the grand finale na awose pa na gu no wa bra na game no etwaku na sese de watimi ewuramu ewo the grand finale no obe focus ye papapa ewo final no so a enye fedi agro yenko tiensema Arena Sabalenka to dwa.
No, I don't really care because today was a good test of the crowd cheering for my opponent, and even if it's going to be Pegula, I mean, I don't care. I'm ready to face whoever, and lesson from the last year learned, and I really hope I'm gonna do a little bit better than I did last year. It was like, okay, Rina, you have to stay focused, stay in your thoughts, focus on yourself, and yeah, I was thinking a lot, and I was like, no, guys, not this time.
Okay, Arena Kaka Arena Sabalenka enso eretuja otoaso chirem say na iwe huremo our the grand finale no obe make sure so obe better than say no year last year.
I was thinking, all right, that was kind of lucky. Like, comes down to really small moments that flip momentum, and I came out flat, but she was playing unbelievable. I mean, she made me look like a beginner. I was like about to like burst into tears because it was embarrassing. Like, she was destroying me, and I was able to just hold into that game, and I was able to find a way, find some adrenaline, find my legs, and then at the end of the second set into the third set, I started to play like how I wanted to play, and it took a while, but I don't know how I turned that around. They were telling me to mix up the serve a little bit, keep mixing up the spins and keeping her guessing, a few kicks out wide maybe to her backhand, just play her backhand maybe a little bit more. She was getting that backhand down the line really well, just to cover that a little bit more. It was just a few other things. I mean, it wasn't anything different. I started to kind of do it at the end of the second, but I think I was really able to hone in on a couple of those things really early, and also just compete and use my legs and try and think clearly out there.
Erene kakra abayo no so eritu dwa honoma enano pay yebo na won so what be in the other game no semi-final game no world number 6 Jessica Pegula and Carolina Muchova on seeded Alit no omutini edishia so a na no hye papa in the first set no Carolina Muchova eche Pegula ebon 6-1 and Osmi Esoreya in the second set no obon 6-4 third set no oman 6-2 onoma Jessica Pegula and so etimi advance they accord the grand finale and no hye papa and after saying kunudie no buy no or say ofele yes, game na no fele as a beginner. If you say Osha Carolina Muchova, no children busumi ayedu mo broye papa bo bono but utimi sorry in the second set and third set no etimi edinkunim honoma enye fedi agro kra won hyehyɛ ahodoa egu so a etwa egu no mo san ebisa ne sɛ obo in front of ne fans no senkra and sifa etie edema no si o hwe US a ho no free ne mame ne papa ne brothers ne sisters ne munko ne ba na busuafo nyina ato apete ewo stadium ho a omotai na chi na ne kunu krampo ho ba ne kunu no de abana brana na ye mpese camera ebeto no so.
I mean, it's amazing. I have my brother there, my sister there, on the screen with my dad, my brother-in-law, lots of friends, lots of family, all scattered around. Obviously, my husband, sorry, you're not even standing up. He doesn't want to be seen. But yeah, I have so much family here, and they've been here watching a lot of my matches. So to still be here and have them still here supporting me, it's crazy. I'm glad that they're able to share this moment with me.
Okay, into grand finale no ape women's single final no Jessica Pegula and Arina Sabalenka and the final no ebe hyehyɛ so that Saturday enye fedi agro no beside Jessica said final no kra say eno hu no ono so wobeka last month on abaya yefen Arina Sabalenka and share Cincinnati Open final ni ma Arina Sabalenka eche no etwa no 2 straight set into way the revenge pa Obiba bewrem.
I mean, first of all, I'm just happy I was able to turn this match around on such a big stage and figure it out. But two, yeah, playing Arena is going to be really tough. I mean, she showed how tough she is and why she's probably the favorite to win this tournament. It'll be a rematch of Cincinnati, so hopefully I can get some revenge out here. But happy to have a day off. Kind of crazy that we're playing each other again in the finals. But I think it just shows how much more tennis we've been playing. And she's going to be obviously tough to beat, but that's what the finals are for. So I'm ready.
All right, here we are. Mukaka men's single semis no say enetie and 7 p.m. Janek Senna, ward number 1 of Italy, on Jack Draper, and the best ward number 25 of British. Nefim 11 p.m. no Taylor Freight, ward number 12, and Francis Tiafo, ward number 20, and so Edibe Brenia, and Fediagro, and Dra Nations League matches nibi etitoye. Our league no Denmark, eche Switzerland, ebon 2-0, Portugal, and so eche Croatia, ebon 2-1. Ronaldo etwatena Dalo eche go esanche on go bako at the boa Croatia oman bobo kono ne Cristiano Ronaldo etimi ashe ne 900 career goal de bi o cancel goals na wa no video ho what you say video ho na o se ne target no 1000 goals obetimi ashe nti odidima akabe 100 goals abrante no ebetimi aposo ho no ma enye fedi agro Andra Pepe officially national team no etimi born abaso honoma unim say wa retire or say on Ronaldo na be retire but ohwe Ronaldo enya dia Ronaldo stopping on also hwe ne video ma utumu sampa ebre apa nti officially Pepe etimi retire from the national team and dra na utumu say ano hye papa omo present t-shirt and say national team jersey at the mana SMNT BPA honoma Scotland etina fie Emma Poland eto hye no so born 3-2 Serbia without Mitrovic no mu nkwane bandro mu dwiri enema guye menka na ada Portugal, Spain, Antimi and Shebi Samson and Serbia, and so Antimi and also Atena Honum Group C no Azerbaijan, the land of fire, Etnafie, Emma Sweden, Etoshan, so Isaac Mo, Eshe 3-1. Now no she papa Belarus, and Bulgaria game no, Equia Coco Siko Horma, Ubi Antimi and Pre Brian Ball, Antonio Young Quater, Estonia, Etnafie, Emma Slovakia, Etoshan, so upon a Kabako Pio, Omo Pribia, Omo Antimi Ante Northern Ireland, Eche Luxembourg, upon 2-0, League Dinamo, San Marino for the very first time in 20 years. Obiba, Omatimi, Erini game, Honum, na 53rd minute, and Nico Sensoli, Etimi Etwatna. Now, interestingly, a branch of Gono, Wabra, San Marino, Union first game in the last 20 years, no, now a branch in 1 year or 19 years. In Tenei, or also Etimi, Abakwasem, 140 games in Ghana and Raya Lusu Bakun Yosi. 140 games in Kunimbe Mbaye. Finally, in Kunimbe Etimi Abba Ete Ama San Marino. Or my Boko na games ni bi abatiato Nations League nemo League A nemo Belgium betinafie and Israel the abani France and Italy big game pa ni na Baso 6:45 p.m. Group B no say that Kazakhstan and Norway 2 p.m. Baso Iceland and Montenegro and so without so Slovenia betinafie and Austria the abani Wales and Turkey and so the Besheswa and Fedia Gro na sa game no Wales and Turkey no and Greg Pelemy or newly appointed coach Edema Wales or my Boboko no Edin Sembia to just say ene ya no obesha boase obema national team no enya identity o menya system of player ene o mo be ball na say Wales esi akaya obi abehun sampa ono Greg Bellamy no ono nsano e wo team no ho a enye fedi agro financial no say Rob Page ene pamana abrante FN Greg Bellamy and so abe take over or sharpa or sin ni edi 2026 World Cup na chi yepa NFM no 2028 Euros no so nim say Wolves for and betimi hosti honoma or sharpa say bibia be koso ye our group C no say and Manchester no be call Nations League no Lithuania and Cyprus and be bring NFM no Kosovo and Romania and so the abani honoma and ye fedi agro and Jebia and Ronald Koeman and in say me to just on say 26-year-old ubebu aketem adiafi the Dutch Eredivisie League no akopiemo our Saudi Pro League no skaben pra and at 26 years old ope our assassin so and Steven Bergwijn and so the reply about say papa ada den hano na one consult mpo na enei wetimi Ede sansam no atudwa ehom no no de onye ready class no ankampo obesi akan ete ama papa ye friend Ronald Koeman nti na 18 ton tan enya nto a enya ntua enya de ono so crampo no why ready say obesi akan ede ama the orange Netherlands o my boko no U20 World Cup no koso in my NFL no wo Colombia and drag games ni bebrebe and twaku ye Africa still ye chesi wi no countries no bia entimi my win hono Morocco etna ho ma US of A etosha no so upon 2-0 South Korea and Venezuela game no ekoye 0-0 Japan ye and drag Ghana my no nsuo broye ye papa omoto share so boy 4-1 North Korea eshe and 9 goals editia Costa Rica and ahomachi games ni bi etwagu 1 p.m. Austria echi New Zealand ebon 3-1 Netherlands and so na Argentina game no ekoye 3-3 hono Australia and Cameroon at the Bebeni ne fempono Mexico and Colombia and so at the aboeni hono ma and ye fedia grokra Alex Morgan USA ni this year osina kan edema the US women national team no and abayo no etimi announcing a retirement or say enyatia obetimi atwaso asi akan biem ete ama USA oman bobo ko no ewo hono na Alex Morgan osha for the first time no yenko tie kwan of so ede announcing a retirement no.
I'm retiring and I have so much clarity about this decision, and I'm so happy to be able to finally tell you. It has been a long time coming, and this decision wasn't easy. But at the beginning of 2024, I felt in my heart and soul that this was the last season that I would play soccer. Soccer has been a part of me for 30 years, and it was one of the first things that I ever loved. And I gave everything to this sport, and what I got in return was more than I could have ever dreamed of. Success for me is defined by never giving up and giving your all. And I did just that. I'm giving my all every single day on the field. And I did that, giving my all in the relentless push for global investment in women's sports, because we deserve that.
Okay, Alex Morgan and a kwan faso e announcing retirement kama hono abaso body bebrebe bonso bebrebe and abayo no etimi eje 35 years of age no otimi eje World Cup mienu Champions League oje bako U20 World Cup oje bako National Women's Soccer League no oje bako NFM no National Women's Soccer League Challenge Cup no and also otimi eje bako Division 1 Feminine no oje bako CONCACAF Championship oje miensa CONCACAF Women Gold Cup and also otimi eje bako na national so say kwesi ada way and obebo the last game abayo no wafa through onyim the second borner enye fedi agronti the team San Diego Wave and North Carolina Courage and this game no ebe shisha so prepare boss game ni pe tinton time wa hanging the boot ni shingard and ni host ni munko ne banyina ye begina san same way so na ye de amanane nsem no esi
medase kwaku ansa Albright na mote ne nkan say ode amanane nsem eba na jo obe ye onyimu na ode kobobo yi okay wanyem enyehu bia ehu bia nesa but eno na Alex Morgan I think say say if you are a lover of a women's football to say mia obepena sempa if you are a lover of a women's football to say me pema football pa enti obehu Alex Morgan wa retire na Cristiano Ronaldo yemra na enye discussions kakra kwaku ansa yenhwe se yebekọ Kumase na yenhwe se yebenya ohene ana Jude Liver but the kind efre ohene ansa na yenhwe se then Kumase kra te sen na no pay after sa painful defeat no sen na Kumase te free nura ebesi sabre na yenhwe se de ekọ ene de ebe nyina but Jesse Cristiano Ronaldo enure wa share ne 900th career goal. Impressive performance by Cristiano Ronaldo.
Yes, he has always been a goal machine, isn't it? That's why people always say that in terms of the natural talent and all that, but what he has done is through his hard work and discipline. And perseverance, what the goals in so kind of game. No? I think those days we used to think about wingers as going down the flanks, getting in the very good crosses. Number 9 is never had Yashim. I think one of the things that Cristiano Ronaldo did as a winger was to add goals. As a winger was to, beyond goals, add the ability to take free kicks. And those generated goals. And I think he's brought a lot of beautiful things to the game. Anything that make stress on the hard work. Oshe say, bia, media say, yeah, share talenta. As a natural talented footballer, maybe I don't have it. But I can work hard on developing my talent. Sebeya, edi bibi sronko be bre mi game no enti things like headed goals, once you cross the ball he's able to suspend it me discipline hangi wiem kakra just to head the ball, the bicycle kick goals. He's done a lot of beautiful things for the game. One of the beautiful things is that me any young generation, we should be very proud, say, yenya obisa Cristiano Ronaldo esheno. Because only cow the truth to focus. Obeka say Cristiano Ronaldo mbobe because on any generation or any Koasman they have their players are almost share almost GD say, cow will tell you should see World Pele. you should see Mohamed Polo. He will mention some names. You understand? But I feel that our generation too, we got such a wonderful talent in Cristiano Ronaldo. We had, because we are talking about Cristiano Ronaldo, I just want to focus on him. But bottom line is that you are two wonderful world beaters. And the truth is this: sustaining your game for this long time, Cristiano Ronaldo bar into the limelight, how he has sustained his relevance over so many period. Over, I think that it's one of those things that SSC you need to meet Japa man, because ebinum buy omu fedi ebinum buy edi so much, it shows so much promise, but later in the years but so we share Cristiano Ronaldo ni and bakosema waye ni nyoma waye ama footballer SSC nyina ye ni junior bona baso nti ni 900 goal no ye bona baso except that wo kasa on hwe na no ye na sa kasa no and
waji two major trophies at the Ama Portugal.
And that's there's no problem with that.
I've heard people argue say until Cristiano Ronaldo back the limelight no joining the Portuguese national team no, they were not really competitors.
Oh, that may not be fair to. No, that may not be fair to the other players who had played for the Portuguese national team. Costa nomne, like Figo nom, it will not be fair.
Deco.
Well, I mean, yeah, Deco, but bottom line, I'm looking at Figo, and Eusebio and all those guys who have contributed. They've also contributed their bit.
The reason why at any major tournament and Crawford expected something from them is they have Cristiano Ronaldo.
Well, but me say maybe Cristiano or my bar course. But say okay say until say ba na Portuguese national team were not competitors. It's not fair. It's not. I mean, because of course when Figo was playing for the and Pauleta were playing for the Portuguese national team, when they were coming into tournaments, we were expecting them to 2004 man go how many Greece and go finals.
Yeah.
And why Cristiano Ronaldo no way. So I think it's fair that
he was part of the team.
Yeah, but but he was not the face of the team.
But he was not the face. But
he was an integral.
I'm coming.
He played all the games in that tournament.
But the point I'm making is
when they hosted in 2004.
I'm saying that the point I'm making is that at that time, Nidim na Okrano na Ensin Figo.
Okay.
So bottom line is that I'm saying that bottom line is that Cristiano Ronaldo lifted the bar. If anybody says that, I can't disagree with that person. But to say Cristiano Ronaldo until his emergence, not Portuguese national team no any competitive. I think that with the greatest of respect to whoever makes that point, me Gidi say on your fair. Me say me say the person will not be fair to players. Omo buy, omo prepare the way. It's just like saying maybe from the Christian point of view, John the Baptist one baptize Jesus Christ
to me in ministry.
Absolutely. Nti Obiba ebe kwan no. Somebody inspired Cristiano Ronaldo. Anna.
No, of course.
Absolutely.
Of course.
Until let's give those people who came, the Eusebius, those people who came and also raise a certain level, the Portuguese national team to a certain level. Let's give them their credit, their due. It's a bit of Ghana and go World Cup. Or the Ghana World Cup. And Cristiano
qualify Ghana and World Cup.
They are you or you're better than the Papa.
Some may argue.
Because one G trophy. Oji trophy nenka obenya a better national team career than his father.
But
even way crampon, you can argue.
No, you can.
But you see, but even in 1982, Abedi Pele was not integral member of that team.
Yeah, he was not integral, but I think the semi-final knows that George Alassane said 2 goals. No, Abedi yes had 2 assists.
Yes, but that was Adia obetimi dia kind of throughout the tournament.
But the point I'm making is that in me, as I sit here, me, Mamba metu polo, Mamba me sankrofon.
Abedi Pele.
But the Abedi Pele Yemen national team, no. One World Cup, but me. So pay me all time best. I'll give it to Abedi Pele. That's me.
Okay.
But it's but Abedi Pele and then when to me Uncle World Cup, no man is in the time. We made sure that we corrected it. To say players, man, sika, ticket. No, bar, winning bonus in on time. Now, bushia for bushia for and dying if you can say form of winning bonus. So things change. We put things in place, and it helped us qualify for the World Cup.
Joe, me and celebrity Cristiano Ronaldo, and Kwame Aba, and Timema 3 minutes behind celebrity Cristiano Ronaldo.
See,
now,
Piero,
Afi, Ubiana Kwame Aba,
Obiba.
Yes, sir.
Sadena ya kase. And a Ronaldo talent, only talent. I see when person bisa wasemo. You can say player.
Okay, let me say this. I'm not a proponent of Sa.
You see, I am media propaganda. Because Ronaldo, just imitate what you. Ronaldo won Manchester United. No.
What's the meaning of
United? No, I'm saying that.
No. What's the meaning of United?
Because me say me just no. No me so as my can say when Ronaldo was at Manchester United dribbling 8-7 players almost every game, nobody dare say that only talent, hard work. When Ronaldo or man you na or say 8 or chichi asiko Ronaldo to him asiko dia nobody at that time was saying that only talent.
Until Messi came.
You see, ube to me I say Messi talent no it was return. But say if you make say and only talent hard work kanka Adama try remove and call Omachen. Nobody trains that. You see, and you see, no, and why not doing say because of person bobo no change or person many physique in your day so say if you don't appreciate Ronaldo before say Ronaldo be making a debut for Portugal in 2003 no not Portugal to say Belgium in terms of global football
they have
not to say Belgium.
Oh, there be Abia Wallo Woman.
And no, qualify World Cup 8 times. Portugal no. No, I'm to say Belgium. Belgium 1966 World Cup no mean about semi-final. After 66, Omambo World Cup built to 1986. From 86, Omambo built to 2002. And Portugal no.
So since the emergence of Cristiano Ronaldo,
they've qualified for every World Cup. So you see, the only reason why we expect Cristiano is like Obeka say Adebayo and AFCON inti ne legacy in African football. O person Togo kwaje the AFCON be major Togo. It's unlike you see no mumpeni mo say ya wo sis esie so a wonya den. Won 13 year. Argentina bo World Cup 18 times. So before Ronaldo making a debut, he can global air powerhouse in world football. One in about Portugal. You say, but World Cup 1. Or don't qualify one World Cup 1. 86. 1. And on my Portugal ne wo hono. Me nyesho say ne obi abetumi aka say Portugal ni big as Ronaldo anje World Cup into ne legacy no. The standard will judge Argentina, Brazil, Germany, Spain. Because Spain before so more World Cup no more winning Euros saying even before 208 Euros we no more winning Euros 2. So the standard for these countries Uruguay, Germany, Italy, almost standard no.
And you're the same as
And yet
Portugal.
the same or bra almost tete for now bagua and kolano ejina so edia ye wa brabom na nye Portugal metie the standard for me in life any dangote ba nyepe. Enye pe besi da yepe. Enye pe.
Ono tisika no de bia.
Yeah, no yabo bi egu ha ma no e no obeto aso.
O de afi na
ba so that
enakura untimi ne.
so the first person to ever do anything is always difficult.
Okay.
Inti yamfa when into say abantia no and for me I think that World Cup statement you know very unfortunate. Say sa we na ba bonte.
You can equate that.
No, I know there. World Cup the BBA ni wa BBA ni wa bro is the pinnacle. But enya player bia na ebe to me e dey winning World Cup. Ekona baby awufri no World Cup no amai say na age
kakrebi
omo je no omo na age
omo agi na omo na
ba ko pe na abefam Spain ono kwa no ne tetefo no omo abobregu ho because no mo gigi Euros no mo bo World Cup semi-finals consistently and omo de je
makwame mra na kwame metranse kwame dwumo agiman aba be kan ye ho e wo ha oye PR anase director of communications must say na emi enka PR bim director of communications edema Legon cities season no chassis enti e be di ho nkomo ba kwame we de okay ushia no Friday ache ushia no Friday enti Friday the ofane ho pa
it is Fridays na ya o tell aka
Friday ebia obi be di memoir
uja we
Friday we have man no be a shame o kwa me jefa ko di weekend so mo ti here am ka se me kutu ya me workers kai e be den no be di memoir
oh na say no nchire say
and one pukra nso to good
and are you saying
say the park no ebia afi ohumi ana to ne ntanta say na we kro kutu ya ne workers me ma me teku ya
ahena me ma na be so
so na park no afa ne sika so ebia asaska na me hia dia
okay kwame
we chese we na ojai
mate me da se meja
wow mami
meja
obi nso be mami nso ana
menyia meja into the yemfancy wa
we do uti omuka ahena wo spend here
ba kwame yen celebrate Cristiano Ronaldo wa share 900 career goal. What a player he is.
Congratulations.
Oh, Sakeke. Anything exceptional. The first player to have ever done that.
So whoever scored 900 goals. Pele has scored 1,000. And more. Ebi Grandpa or no need no. The other day, Mishia, I met an old man. We must more catch me. Or see, a lot of the records that even exist today. He's not starting a conversation, but they barely kept those records. And see, he mentioned is it Danousu or Kofi Usu? The one who played for the Black Stars. I know a striker. I know Bobo Fokatano. Oh no, even in his head, Danousu scored God knows how many goals for the Black Stars. But those days, near Fanto paper so. Into Wikipedia and also Google, or much said Danousu shared 38 goals for Black Stars. I said that is complete nonsense. That is what he told me. So, and all of these records. I remember there was an argument with Romario. Romario saying in his career, goals near that Wikipedia and is absolute nonsense. Or see in his lifetime on audio, kind watch more than 1,000 goals. But on Wikipedia, I'll call them 776 goals a day. That is what they've been able to document. But and you and I also know, say, Wikipedia, a lot of the information there is wrong.
Every player go be a washibi okay.
In those days, now documenting.
No, but on Abekai. There are some players that can even describe the goals.
Of course, they can describe 1 or 2 goals, 3 goals, 10 goals, 100 goals, but you can't describe 779 goals. If you are crown power, if you are honoma, in those days, who was collating? They say one of the things I don't enjoy. Not I enjoy you, I don't enjoy about today's game. At the end of my friend assist no. Sadia no metiana makoma.
Oh, say
Assist.
idea beka.
Me na me pass
Say,
on now.
say, the pass before assist.
Obi shoulder. Crane ko provo no sha yes wa assist goal no.
They said the
game has become very technical. The game has become so technical and so scientific. For me, it's like programmed. I don't even. Some match. Some the tutu. Befane say me. I won't say na bisa, but the tutu those days, and I watched players play with certain giftings, certain flair, like made football so enjoyable on the eye, and then. The way the game is played today,
you say you were pre-assist. The assist before the assist.
I know you're betting for no, which is nonsense to me. And then the chances of we getting a player like Maradona, it being CBU because of how even the talent that is being developed. The chances of even we getting somebody as close, and yes, or being put close to Zidane.
The name of the game is goals.
But I have not denied that. Minka say goals in here. But like I'm saying, even in those days, goals no crown partner, it would be a player ambition. And that is the reason why me in my lifetime, strikers me. I don't even call Messi a striker.
Yeah.
He's not.
Even Ronaldo
in my lifetime, like proper center forward, in my lifetime, will be any choice, will be any opinion. But that is me, Romario and Van Basten. Classic center forwards who scored goals no more share, Obeka CBI 20 years ago, 30 years ago, Gen Z for Obeka. But when you sit even by your machines, now call YouTube today, that's a share. But for proper Ronaldo, cramp one count. Proper Ronaldo. For emphasis. Yeah, proper Ronaldo. Because Miss, what's a Sam you know, start a show more for a very long time, and some are proper Ronaldo. Some of the goals, and they all share.
Which one is proper Ronaldo?
What you say?
Which one is proper Ronaldo?
The Brazilian Ronaldo.
Okay, so what can say?
Now
Ronaldo, Obiya can decide to name Ronaldo.
That make a proper.
No, there's no proper. There's
that is how I qualify.
I'm qualifying it.
It's just an adjective qualifying the Ronaldo.
Michelle,
Kwame Messi can Ronaldo 900 goals now.
That's it. And me starting Amanka, congratulations. When I open so
that's the only thing you said. That's the only thing you said. Obiya 900 goals. It's not me.
Why are
you fit to
Basso? And now person make a poem. Like Minka sang. I mean, I don't think there's any doubt that Ronaldo is a great player. I don't think that said there is any doubt. I mean, for what he's done with his career, apart from Sporting Lisbon, I once said everywhere he's gone, he's won a thing or two. I mean, he's won a lot. Not even a thing or two. He's won a lot. He's won trophies. He's been voted European Player of the Year, FIFA Ballon d'Or winner. On the Portugal, they win Euros in 2016 against all odds. In the competition, I said first 3 matches now come mobile draw, but they still found a way of getting to the final and beating France in the final. It's not in doubt that Cristiano Ronaldo could pempen subia say Enra washe goal number 900. The first one said the first way that I make and say congratulations because Nipa Ahin 900 goals in their careers, documented, of course. Nipa Ahin, probably not much. And it's not just about 900 goals now. Within that time frame, you can even have conversations about longevity.
Yeah. Playing
at a very high level like this. We about Saudi Arabia and the quality of the league and all of that. But any no arguments. So Sebi, it's documented. Yeah. And these days, I think it's fair to say it's a Saudi league no watch kakra compared to Ibia 10 years ago. So yes, somebody will differ, but it's okay.
It's fine.
Washe goes Sporting Lisbon, Man United, Real Madrid, Juventus, NRCC, or they call Al Nassr. I think it's fair to say, I mean, he's probably one of the greats we have in the game. Football, it's almost impossible to take him out of the conversation. Well done to him. And he's still going. That's the interest. And just worry, he's still going. And at this point, it doesn't look like Obejai anytime soon.
Also, or 2026 World Cup.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It doesn't look like Obejai anytime soon. And he said, then it means he might even score a few more goals before he retires. And see, congratulations to him.
First time Heroes one share open play go and one share go.
One share go cry. you would say be an Paris Kofom. At 39, and you'll be under Timibo at a very high level. Milan Okoya 42. If I remember, with I think France 98 or so, Okoya 42. But even with that, at 42, so at a very high level, I don't think it's easy. It's again, it's up to him.
Even 40,
even 39, how many play at a very high level like this to 39? Maybe more 39 or that's so bono. Any more, baby or more a horn sedan. Yeah, but if you are playing, and that's how the top players are back. I'm not sure, say, Onya. Easy matches. Obenya 1 or 2 easy matches, but all the other teams are recruiting and getting players of a high level every Europe.
And na me obi nam na o share 900 good na obusa me say enti oni Messi ho na best and I say that argument me pese me ye because I think say me my generation we are blessed to have witnessed those players.
I mean for obvious reasons people would want to maybe debate and argue why win the best and win the best. I never get into that conversation myself.
Since 2003, last Ballon d'Or nomination
and the interesting part is that one said the age difference between Omumi
is 2 years.
Only 2 years. It's Omu now so started very well when they were relatively younger. By the time Omunya 18, 19, 20 no more sequence so that. And from that point to when they were going like literally head to head, competing very strongly against each other. We are now. Until we records now, there are just very little differences in the womb. Maybe our trophies won, and as individual accolades won. This and they're just marginal differences. Until like you said, we are very lucky to have had two very good footballers are Omoboye at a very high level, not just for a very short time, but played at a very high level for a very long time. I mean, Ofa, said to the best of my recollection, Mr. Tisha football was in the 80s.
Yeah.
In every Mefan said that 10-year gap, maybe 80 to 90, there were always standout players. 90 to 2000, they were always standout players. For me, my best period was the 90 to the 2000 frames. In my mind, Obiba argued differently. I mean, I saw in my lifetime between 1990 and 2000 some of the best players who have ever played a game. And in those days, quality was spread across. And yet, players, players, because those days, no one's not even at a very high level, 3 players, and I need to be bought for a foreign club.
Yeah.
It's most of the players were local based players. They are now money. So whether it was EPL no crampo the account. Those days,
German league.
It was Bundesliga and especially Serie A, and then the Spanish La Liga, French Liga, Olympique Marseille, and Monaco. So no more but Serie A, La Liga, and then you can't say German Bundesliga. It was the ish. Premier League marketing and all of that are taking it to the next level. But if it was about individual players, and their players to be where your ball Modine Crampa. So if you want to show more, you may have to just go to YouTube and, for example, and I am still looking out for maybe a defender I will still see cast in the mode of Klaus Argentala.
It will be difficult.
I am seeing a player, and a lot of people appear to only focus on him for his coaching career. Tama Mishano, Ronald Koeman.
Solid. And
yet the Cristiano Ronaldo tell freaky banner at one maybe 8 out of 10 or better. In a certain position, said that time that Koeman incidentally about Ajax final any PSV na Asan or Bebo Basa. Say free kick no in a certain position. Those days so na betting ho. Caribbean ka betting on ma. Ka free kick yenya de to ho no ma. No apeti ho baby afa.
No akutwa.
Wakopu fufu bi na say waka akutwa because when in advance. Free kicks are Koeman say you know. For the player that he was, meaning if any defender would ever be able to score those number of goals. And you see people say those days what's the word they use? The kind of defenders that we had in those days. And then how physical the game was. Today's game is nowhere close to that. And the referees were not protecting them. Even offenses be and you might look at and
a coach or offensive play Pep Guardiola was a solid defender.
There's something for old-fashioned number 6.
Yes.
Original Enim Honum. Or a no Koeman, incidentally, on football club Barcelona. Those kind of elegant kind of football. And then born I want to me expressing. I don't see that. Obiani, Mefan said the world it's me a shape player B, whether Ronaldo was better or Messi was better. Me, I don't get into those things. I just enjoy those moments.
Yemrefi na asemwesi wo fie nura
Then I see.
kopiemu wo baba yara na nye
Omo share, no dey see.
enti Happy Sports editor ohene bampo brinya no wo kumase on the witness the course nyina enti yebekɔ ne hɔ na yene no edi nkomo yebekɔ ne hɔ na yene no edi nkomo ba memum ma men kan kyerɛ sɛ Happy Bible Quiz 2024 de no eba so pa last year finals ne kopie mu ɛwɔ dɔme Anglican dɔme Methodist patch of acheme me ankasa mani kutu amansa na me de wo hobby pa o hwɛ omo e compete omo sua nyame asɛm pa wi Bible no na omo dwi Bible na gu hɔ a na efe papa nti so wo nimdeɛ ɛwɔ Bible mo kan Bible no. If you are a student of the Bible, to say me, I'm a student of the Bible. Me kind Bible every day. Bia me kind Bible no from Genesis to Revelation no. How many maybe me kind po. But me dear mean to me be san say me wo happy ha. But e bia wo abonten what to say me. Okwa sorry bia what to say me. Bra na be file forms. The front desk of Happy FM. You are salam down. Oba forms no free obi eni ho obeju sika se obi yese oju sika ansa no de sa forms na amawa me pacho no afre number we 0245 957 852 0245 957 852 na waji enchiremu bia hyene so se wabefa forms na deadline of submission no of o form na abefa no 11 September 2024 na wotwe ebesimu no ena ebeba ewiye enti me pacha ofane bra wo de fane bra na yenhwe na bibia enye kama pa high sense ewa ha high sense me kan kire se omo ena ewo electronic appliances papa ewo dwaso bibie ni ho a ewo dwaso a esen eye omo de no saa na omo se me nka enfenchiro omo se omo wo television sets omo wo refrigerators omo wo chest freezers omo wo air conditioners sanso ena laser television ya abai nansen aba o hwa aso nipa no ogina won chen omo de biaba omo de gas cookers aba washing machines smartphones sound systems omo water dispensers omo microwave ovens omo blenders omo rice cookers kettle iron ne ade nyina omo bi ewo ho na Ghana had the best product ewo market pa no high sense Ghana ha high sense on our tonso a omo ma 5 years manufacturer defect warranty eno no ni nyina ne se enye wo mfumso na akose ade no na ifiri omo enti na wade na akoto no enye dwuma okwa omo be ma obi atopa na hu kama pa emo sesa omo be siesi anaso omo be sesa ede ama ye wa akra sanso ene ye wotema ye wo kumase ye wotakrade ye wotako ye wo mankesim ye wo oboase sanso ena obasunyane a obehuyan techima ye wo ho tamale ye wo ho hoho ye wo ho kufuridi anso ye wo ho pa na obenkran ha de a nkran ha no ye adwesu no ye bebri ye wo East Legon ye wo Kiseme ye wo Achimotamo North Industrial Area ye wo ho okọ Accra Opera Square ye wo ho Tudu ye wo ho Dansuma ye wo ho ye wo La Paz ye wo West Hills Mall ye wo Broadcasting ye wo Kaswa ye wo Bachuna sanso ne ye wo Junction Mall Tema Committee 1 ye wo Stadium Road hwa sanso ene ye wo Tema Committee 25 enso obehuyan ewo ho Kumase no ye wo Tafo ye wo Edum Old Post Office building no mu a sanso ena ye wo Kumase City Mall ho enti bra na beji ye niema ni bi se upe enchirem fufuru bi afren ewo 0302550000 0302550000 high sense everyday prices for everyday people. Me say Angel Cola edit the enjoyment cola no abapa kama papa na media me pe orange pa me panka pa inti Angel orange no eno for that special occasion sanso ena mo pe mango no Angel mango no aba eno no your friend my choice Angel peach no refreshing your mood ena Angel apple lime no so de eno my favorite kai say Angel drinks no produce vitality na it means sign maintain body fluid no in a normal balance inti chene so say Angel drinks no so it may refresh you etimi reinvigorate you sanso na etimi ma the excitement uhia pa. Angel Drinks no is produced by Adonko Soft Drinks Beverages Limited. Angel Drinks tastes like our day. Recommend ma obia ni titru enkwala no omo pepa. Say open no dodo etua frame 0244832286 0244832286 and I say 0507878668 na obenya bi etu me kai obi mu say Angel Drinks no is produced by Adonko Soft Drinks Beverages Limited. Angel Drinks tastes like our day. Yemrefie na yemetie Coach Otuado. Waka sembi a mepese obetie asem na okan no na wehu on ne side no okwan omofa so emese chances ewo enura game no. Say na Coach Otuado ekan.
Surely we have to be more clinical. I saw a lot of situations where we could have shot earlier. We should have been a little bit more egoistic. So even though I don't like, say, a player has a better position and you don't give him the ball, I don't like it. But in this game, I think there was a lot of situations where we could have taken shots and we passed it to the next one. Also, I think the players, they give their all. They tried everything. We controlled the match, and this is also football. I was a player myself. I had bad games where we won, and sometimes you play good and you lose. This is football.
And Coach Otuado no, or say this is football. There are some days obebo ye pa untimi nhye. Some days ummo kra and so obehye. Enti eno ene asemu a Coach Otuado ka ewo ho. Jesse Kofi Amponsa ewo ha sanso ena Kwame Jumo Agyeman ewo ha. Jesse yenhwe mempese ohene ba ebia menenu bedi sankomo no the fans no after the game ni de ensemu me nim gwasesem timimpo de mempese meboso but the coach no I say that's football for you. There are times you play well untimi nya results, there are times omoye samre no mum ena abinya results. Coach Otuado.
Well, I think he's right as a coach to say that there are times I Obiba ball but to me and share, and there are times in so Obiba ball no won't share them ball but only one opportunity now or convert it. I think it's a qualifier. It's unfortunate say you lose in first game, you know, at the spiritual home of the Black Stars. That's how I describe Kumasi. A spiritual home of the Black Stars. And for them to lose this particular way to Angola, no, very painful. Painful in the sense, now, because a spiritual home of the Black Stars, now you're winning. But I will talk about something. And this is not an excuse at all. Mijidi say, sa pitch na, yaka wasem pitch asema yaka kan. I say, mpenifo bunu egu omasuma womu mpeso mbeti. I started di nya. It started di nya ache. But when impens baby drew you lose game and be before co players so. You have before company for so that. You the before co players so. Now you can't normal crowd Monday stars in your park normal balls no organa in your park we are normal boss ball and then feel some more opportunity and then look. The game has become scientific. Enti ebi oho a etoda ebi oho kra teams bi oho oba be share omo pete based on the way you play. They want to cut their grass to a certain level. I want to mean ball now person. It is become part of the game. It's become a way by which and yet those titibrena na you didn't show good parks so out to me more born. And then it's become more scientific. So you you trap pitch in a certain way. Say, be you bet me about our type of game. Avram Grant time turn no started complaining about your pitch. In fact, even Claude Leroy in 2008 said that our pitch was a potato pitch. And we did not think that time I'm active, Papa Biara. Senior colleagues at the look, but I say, Yaka pitch once him. And then, my point I'm raising is say, so we see the Black Stars has no excuse to raise this point because after all, Angola for money in the ballpark, no more sharing. Say, Sana Woka. Yen green who be because say udisika extra ticket ema players na die baby enwuhia na umbetumi deliver ama no woman ntumi anye ne saa. I'm saying that let us not give the Black Stars any excuse. It looks like we are giving them an excuse. And offer, I remember I told you something. Yeah? Fanny said ube ura studio ha. Na lights bulb ni nyina start wu ye no mo aka ho asema obi ankasa ho ubeduru ana lights ni nyina bulb na wu na afi wu stream wu eye dey kan na afi when hu word bi won timi ankan ni ya say oh prince no abo onima de kan na wo superiors afrel ade na wo kan ni see enya wo de. I don't think you will be happy, say, you are being reprimanded when it is that in Penifo, what more complaining say light in the studio are normal. So I think that it's important that we don't give the Black Stars any excuse. And look, the conversation about the quality of the Kumasi pitch, the conversation about the quality of pitches across this country, we must have a thorough discussion on it. Say, you perceive pitch no here, and then your players think now, so one more pitch papa so more good pitch no more lose game na count mo asem. But when they play on poor pitches they will always give us this kind of excuse.
My enko Kumasi mra Happy Sports editor ohene Bampo Brinya ewo Kumasi on the nura ohwe game no bi 90 minutes ni nyina ohwe but ohene mame enhyase mfiri the see after the game the simple na edimbe mpuna me de ebema no that uncultured behavior the fans of Kumasi eda na di enura no eba ne sen na saa de no kra eba yo hene Bampo Brinya. Me pacho metonka pa metonka.
Okay. I've been just want to show you our studio on happy 90.9 FM and playing now. Now, first, what the game is again a man about that. And an idea for a long time. And say, I think Abba Ama Obiba who after a game. And maybe I was going for and a man who ever done it, to be the last game before this window international similar incident happened, but but we had a lot of supporters coming on after the game. A lot. After the game, you have police for and it gives room for supporters to open gates to come onto the field of play. Indeed, somebody clear. You need to have kind of public games. We had a lot of pitch invasions. But a lot of in the course of the game. And it's a ball game. And I do about the subculture here, a unity or a Baba Sports Stadium. Because Obiba Pakaswa, to the moon now, they on put this Panaso instead of say, in the Casibia, the Nipana and because Ebiana almost TV, almost European games in the TSC, but don't know the repercussions of such actions. Indeed, supported in very preacher, CAF and as a FIFA, in respect of competition, or finding a yet association or as a country. And to me, and you know, say and that you see because
security at our match venues, to say the least, is not been impressive. Even before Ombe Domuye, when say a mass gate, once again, what is a book about a food no so, a pack no so. And now, say tickets not asa. I want to go to tickets area. They broke open one of the gates. But ni papa about park no so, Omentia, and some park no so, and yet ni packetwa. And this is something that security at the HappySports Stadium and almost all our match venues, we take for granted. Elsewhere, Prince, who need ticket, you do not have access to even the stadium. And so the Obiba to me back stadium even without ticket. And interestingly, the architecture of the HappySports Stadium is so easy to deal with this issue. And say HappySports Stadium not gate of the room for almost all of it, there's a wall around the stadium. And let's prevent you from getting access to data over the stadium. But yes, so the police and everybody involved allow people to get into the stadium even without air tickets. This is the history of a lot of people breaking gates, and this is not the first time I'm going to gates. Last international break, and this year international break, and invading the pitch after the game, this is also regrettably not the first time against the South African Republic this year, and I will SNC. Now, unfortunately for us this time, first we go, SNC, a year park no swag and Yadia F. This is something that is happening. It happened in the last international break, and as I see you in this international break.
Okay, anyway, you bet me I can say, Anya Krano, the CE, F, calf, ebe charging and be. Yen to akra be $30,000 there the see you Kumase no ade a F ebebo sa e kan but yemra game na nkasa so ohene
Prince, you can't say for sure how much they are going to pay in fines. It will all depend on report and match commissioner and the call bridges are or identify and also identify on the day fast into bridges. So you cannot be 100% sure how much they are going to pay in terms of fines.
Okay, that's fine. But yenhwe game no ankasa. Ye hwe TV so. Dodo na kra no etie commentary no e wo happy. Ba de na wo hobi pa. Yenhwe Otuado ne first 11 no anase ne selection on the match day no. Uhu ni sen na enkrofo kra so we hard luck. Hard luck kra nye BBNC hard luck and you consider Sago no the time we considered Sago no.
Look at that goal, you're unfortunate. But look at that, you're bored now. You lose it. Yeah, I would disagree based on the winning who you're on the field of play. First of all, there's a lineup or the shots here. Ordinarily, we better look at that different from lineups are Otuado Elisu in his last previous games. But the difference is that two of players have started game, joined the team very late. Jordan Ayew and Elisha Owusu training only 30 minutes with the team. In fact, they got to Kumasi on Wednesday, a day before the game. And we training in the May before the game. Indeed, we share a social media post-match, that's a pre-match. We just post here, to explaining the entire Omba list. On my reason to it's not even I also the one that is especially Elisha and on started. Jordan so name said Obiba second half. Both of them also started. Right from the word goal, I thought that was a bit of a risk our coach taking. Of course, being Jordan from especially coming at the back of Mihatik Oboye at the last international break at the HappySports Stadium. We are any coach Obasha Asiamao. But two of say, or shots and all back of Tambe. It's not too much of a risk. Even during the performance or Danedino and just coach made a mistake in starting him. But the point really is that could any of the players on the bench commit Jambo better than Jordan Boy and that's $1 million question. Again, right from 65th minute Econ, fans were calling for substitutions. Over here, now, the Angolan coach, changes. Obi are not aware. Now, making changes. Now, technical team led by Kututuado, actually, I think our first double change came in 78 minutes of the game. Barely 12 minutes to the end of the game. Or they, Ashimero and after Joseph Pinto at that game. They had very little impact in that game because we should give them a Chiefs were okay with a draw. So and unfortunately that mistake by a moment costing all 3 points. Indeed, coaching in post match like I said for a moment performance was even though he gave away a goal, that he took nothing away from his performance. Well, I also would say that goal was a basic mistake from him. The defender could have done way better, in that situation. We did not create enough opportunities to win this game. Our performance on the day wasn't, the Black Stars are in the last few games. Even though in the last 6 games, they have over this defeat was coming. Because Spencer Kaya and Appreciating, we won games at the Bayern Stadium, we struggled. We won a 90-minute goal. We look at the last game, Angola ball Bayern Sports Stadium. That will take an 89th minute header from an Aki Williams to win our game. Semenyomo, we give Samaya basically and as virtually the last kick of the game. So it was coming. They said, this time around to me and put it to any results. So as far as Bayern Sports Stadium indicated this result was coming, even though for 24 years we've not lost the game at the Bayern Sports Stadium. Our last 6 games, clearly the defeat was coming. And we didn't work enough for the 3 points. Every player on the field of play didn't work enough for that 3 points. It was as if we were on holidays. But like I said, pitch also contributed to the fact that players, and to give you our best. Indeed, we have pitch now from because it was better, but if you're on the pitch now, it was really, really, really terrible. Now, say yes, season 3 weeks into a new season in most part of Europe. We had the party situation at Arsenal, Declan Rice, red card, Marino, extra for 2 months. Now, we had the contract, negotiations with the club. So, your man contract extension is left with 1 year on his contract. You would ask yourself, would Partey give a 90+1 or 100+1 performance and Rice was pitching also? And so, a lot played against us in yesterday's game, but ultimately the players also didn't give their 100% in that game. Prince, we may blame the pitch, but how a person that again, there's a lot to be desired.
I think most Ghanaians in Suya underestimate the performance of the Angolians because also game they had a plan, almost take you to that plan and it was as you said there will be a mistake at the time as a mistake, are we just looking at us and near Kasu and Kese Blaster Ewini and we are taking the worker Angola for from them?
Prince, you can look at it from that perspective as well, but we gave them that opportunity to sit back and play almost strategy of the Bayern because it's an away game and it's following a very familiar script. Prince, Upa, the last 6 games about Bayern Stadium, every team comes to Bayern Stadium very comfortable. Central African Republic, Mozambique, go and check the number of games about how we struggle to dominate our opponent. So, Prince, it was coming. A lot of teams come here and they are very, very comfortable because we do not dominate games, because we do not punish our opponent. And then also given that we did not hurt our opponent, we did not create any chance of we were threats against them. So they were very comfortable throughout the game. Now, before we went to the banner, they were trying to waste time on two strikers, but the coach called them to the touchline and told them, "Sir, they should attack us." I never want to come to mistake and come to here after that instruction from the head coach. So, Prince, you want to give the Angolans some credit, but truly, we enabled them to play that confident football on the ball via sports. And this is not an isolated issue. The last 6 opponents won by the Bayern Stadium have had the same, comfort playing against us. We don't hit our opponents, we don't press them, we don't attack them, we don't create many goal scoring opportunities. Sometimes there's a fan and I carry this team, and then the fans do not carry this team. And my little game. Maybe any more here that atmosphere created by us. And we didn't see the same as we don't depend by and you end the day finish hard, morale from the stands. But of course, you also want to question the mentality of the players on board. They did not create enough opportunities to win this game.
You watch the team. Minimum say team no cry hotel when you build discussions be near the should we press the panic button?
Oh, there be. So we are the first game in the AFCON qualifiers. Even though it makes the work a lot more difficult for the technical team and the players, because now you've lost your first home game. They are going away on Monday against Niger. Like I said, the good thing is that they are not playing in Niger. They are going to Morocco to play this game. But if we put out the same performance as we have against Angola, I would not be surprised that we may not come out of that game with 3 points. So the players know it, right? They need to go out there and redeem themselves and get all 3 points against Niger. It makes the ranking much more difficult for the team and us as a country, because you don't play a lot of games in the qualifiers. Don't forget, we are in the same group with Sudan. Sudan won their first game, pressure on us. So now Sudan and Angola have 3 points, Ghana have 0 points. So it makes the work a lot more difficult for the team. But I'm not sure it's enough for us to press the panic button.
Ohine Bampo Brenya Mpacho meda wase bebre pa nyame emfa umra asudwemu na yebehia ewo aha eno eye Ohine Bampo Brenya ena mote ne nka ewo Kumase enra ohwe game ni bi ena ono nso adidi ohuye ene de course nyina aba meba kwame ho na emum ansana meba kwame ho no ma yentie weni amra
and a Cretrodos here high sensor, the about chimney television, refrigerator, chest freezer, air conditioner. Now so unim say your laser TV, gas cooker, washing machine, smartphone, sound system, water dispenser, microwave, blender, rice cooker, kettle, iron, air fryer, kakrebim ponono. So to idea away ho, in few numuntem, se chama, ne free Fabra, yen see amawa, yabesa sama. Se say so the high sense showrooms no, ebu organa fanenina, into bibina opatoa, banaiko, neko jodie, ebi one cry, tama, kumasi. Takrade, Takwa, Mankesim, Obuase, Sunyane, Techima, Tamale, Hohoy, Kofodia, a bonnet da Fomboko at the mount. See a high sensor, near Tredia Echeno, dear Papano, dear Ensaying in Amcanian, dear Air Feno, near Befono, Bibina Open Chrimua, Frey 0302 550000, and now Quabe for Nansen Tintanasu, Ubenya highsense.com.gh. Your Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, any YouTube or so, and also share High Sense Ghana. High Sense, the name was so be about Tom, and no.
There is indeed the wisdom that works, and this wisdom is not a mere mental exertion. It is the best and most effective way of accomplishing any task and the least stressful way to get mind-blowing results. We specially invite you to be a part of the Builders Camp Meeting 2024 to discover God's supernatural approach to every issue of life. Date Thursday 12 to Saturday 14th September 2024. Venue the Central.
90 minutes, 1 year changes. Bro, you have a question say, you could have 5 a year, can't substitute with me. What's Nasia? Kurus win your bread. And for someone you have bread, if your ball pie and a yabo, they can say, Jordan Ukoina, close Ukoina, the Wabam. About oh, a very bad match because coach wasting more time because we need other benches because Naki Williams for 190 minutes squad in Akatre. No man about 10 minutes. And then obviously very bad. But this time, I guess I'll leave. Obi o kan control ba se me just dey be racing ball answer no ye e che o delay o te me cho no nti sa na ba no one pan share that's the one pan I think is it me to yo go to amafuta to me no do o to me mafuta shot South Africa player no o to me the shot sa kwa nya me ya so anya Ghana nipa why the best player lamte wanya fast we ni say chai me yo go tse so ma wa ba wa na beto Mokofa do tip or riba championship on there. What real match? You better than mama baby. Just now we do I shouldn't be out. Menu de mbaka miru aka nya drone sakura na aka epe but amba na santi ball nti e be fa ne sa baby ball na ball de ball no ma wonya bre se ope bibia ye so enye tama ya hye wo wiafe na obe se wonya bre wo be pegu a hye na bibisa enye sa na ball ali du so do fa ba ju fa no to wa bre sana na pra de on de wa bre Masa match ni de ankoye o ma hye ne ye ni abrepa ankoye kula ankoye ba ko se o ma bobo ni na afi de dru wa ma ya hye kurusu ali kibo ala bo o ma hye kibo kurusu si ale match yo hono se uni match ni de match di ankoye breaking heart achi ana e gara fo eni ko se senior and blaster there e no mo go enu ase la seriously because I got blaster na tire di kura place no mi ke nyame o mo ku le ni mase sa na bobo mi ye ma aduma mi ye mi ye wo so wo aduma no say one swap ball but sa na bobo huh? Since what they pass on the passes, Kosi and Kosi. What will you go? It's a young boy, maybe. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Holiday. Your fathers are your call. You sure say your call on Horma. You went to my papa when you give me. Gana be. We are Gana be. I see a promote to Ado. You are promote to Ado. Gana and you. Gana be. Yo, I know. What you can't come out. Say, no, five changes. We have 5 changes. Now we are home, you know. We are changes. 8 minutes are somewhere. We are coach. The whole girl of phone have to change it to more. Since I am a start say a change, I tell why a change.
PFM, Nimdia Happy FM, and Ijin Kwana, ye Kai was said. The 2024 edition of the Happy Bible Quiz, you know, churches nina enafi omwa ede omho ahyem nina to say last year the say ekoso na efe na de papa kwasiada join us every Friday na yemfa the interactive and the engaging and interesting battle no Emro Shasie from 15 September 2024 to 17 November 2024 every Sunday 5 p.m. na Shasie pacho tieniye Shasie free September 15 ekosi November 17 2024 kwasia de bia ebonu num pepepe enti bonhomoden se ubeti na utie no afi ube winning fantastic prizes uofie na utia yebie akwanya no na se ofra na ofre na wanya achede pa Bible quiz no is proudly sponsored by the Bible Society of Ghana and afi Christian Council of Ghana and afi CAF quality service CAF quality service and is supported by Bible Society of Ghana and the Christian Council of Ghana. Terms and conditions apply. Happy Bible Quiz. knowing Christ. Happy FM, nimde Happy FM, eni jenkwa. Jesse, yeah, wrap up na men ko kwame ho, mreno kopa.
So essentially, the can say, don't give the players the excuse to say, born into me and ball because the pitch was bad. Nti mpanimfo nhwe na pitch na ya kan bia maybe these players maybe I want to mean back out to Mecca, but retired players, let's try and get in touch with them and let them tell us the real effect of a bad pitch, playing on a bad pitch. Because see, to say rightly when Ohine was reporting, Okan party asem no, I'm not sure. You see, in the preseason crowd, we have 1 month. So, in the contract issue, you can't want him. Into this pitch too, as captain of the team, okay, said vice president best round. Okay. So you see, how? And look, I can tell you on authority, say, even proud to invitations, I come mama players. That players need to treat them. So. Pitch conversation yen bie mu ne yen kan yi pa yen kan kire mpanimfo say pitch no enye no players bobo so amunya injury no ebi it can be career threatening injuries. And let's get good pitches for our players to play. Let's show them some respect. We are prepared to give $15,000 for or $10,000 for a player winning. You are not prepared to put the pitch in order. That's it.
Mamenko kwame
Yeah.
Blasters enra ewo Kumasi. Time we concede goal in there. Na bibi eni hu ebetimi aye. Enkrofo say your pitch no, but I mean just after the game, we posted bibi on Facebook say for me I think say the bad pitch is just excuses.
So don't allow them to have that excuse.
Mishano from Niamamiunu. Obviously born here ball partner so. Yeah, more partner chi. Yeah, war partner so. But is there any of our players, the kind? Is there any of the players who was not familiar with Sapitri before Thursday?
I say no.
So when you training Tuesday?
Yeah.
Or when you training Wednesday?
Yeah.
Angola and 4 year training saying?
On Wednesday.
Only once?
Yeah.
So do you want to tell me, say, why are you training too? Wow, free her. You're familiar with pitches like this all through your careers, and yet, opportunity to win. You want to tell me, say, this kind of pitch you cannot play on. I'm not giving this as an excuse, but only out here training one, and then while training me, we are familiar with even worse pitches than this one. You want to tell me, say, pitch now, I'm a mobile now, let's even assume, say, pitch now, is so bad. Did you really see 90 minutes? No, say you're about winning set pattern.
No, it's the reason why I say
Angola for the no mobile match, no Emirates, and a no mobile match, no Ben about. And as a match no starts here, you be almost half no almost pitch near different. And I said second half no almost behind the scenes no more pitch near different. Is that the argument? For me, we were just poor. And until we admit, say, on the day, our performance was not good enough. For me, these are all excuses. We were just poor. We were so poor. I don't have a problem in itself with Omo Shas, But you see, coaches Bekacho says, Oma player be positioner. It's just so defining the rule, no. Okay, but number 6, but number 10. What can you do and what can you do? Omo boy at you, no. Abi Obeka said we could have played a natural right-footed player in Abi Tariq and Abi Alidu. And because Ebenezer Anan, he was the only left-footed player in the team. If you don't have the belief to give him a game, because if you see a Kayama Ghana, you are not sure how he will perform. If you don't have the belief, then why do you even call him? Because there was a left-footed, left back in the team, Anka Obitimi, but you didn't play him. That's okay. Obo, you kind of saying party any Elisha. In about 2 years, the last time who say Elisha started match Amaye. Correct me if I'm wrong. Was
before World Cup, friendly before World Cup.
You told me 2-0.
Yes.
That was the last time I said Salif you kind of say Elisha starting match. In that game, no started with Salis, and he played very well. But over here, from that time to most of the time he's been called up. Yeah, man, 1 minute cry. And I say he's injured. The last 2 years was suffer with a lot of injuries. And then I mean, again, it's not too surprising. I mean, you can say maybe Iñaki ahead or Semenyo or whatever, but it wasn't too surprising. But this is where a coach, you're kind of saying, earns his dollar. In all the matches, I mean, you can go all the way back to maybe at the time I bubble first match, first half near Niapon, maybe I watch 3.5 because your first half was bad. Into my players are queen no so so I define their rules. And then when things become very difficult, Bruni coach is your one on catch and you say Yenny who no 40 through 1 4-4-2 in the end. But all of
it varies.
It varies. Even at some point in the game, you are still playing to that set formation. But all movie players now around Kakra. But so all movie players now around, the players should also be good enough to fit into those rules. Into here, you play Party and Elisha. And then you play Kudus in the hole. Hole near like Canyon, your friend number 10 behind the striker. And our ball.
Semenyo, Isaku, and then
Jordan to cut in. Look at the physique of the Angolan players. At a point, Semenyo, the only player to match up to them. Yeah. So if you can match up with your physique, you can match up with your skill. And now you're fast. Jordan is going to 33. At a point, or switches Semenyo to go and play on the left-hand side of the attack. And Jordan. Your crossing ball be not making any effect. When I instructed a technical team, so someone catch players no cross the ball. When at the time I'll move Jordan into a central position, at that time, he was so short he couldn't to me be against Angolan defense. But Semenyo was a bigger, taller, more physical player. And I'll move on mum call
wide.
Like movie on mum call wide. I didn't understand that. And then again, Ohiya goes, you want to win the game. After about 50-60 minutes, you could clearly see that the Angolans were okay if they were going to get a point from this game. They were going to be okay. Why do you wait till the 80th minute to make a fair substitution? 80th minute, no, make a fair substitution. You really want to win a game. After 80 minutes, solo that's over double pivot against a teamer or city back, our person will play on the counter. A teamer on you willing to if you commit more numbers in front. Now, for 80 minutes, so literally you are playing a back six for 80 minutes and so now make a substitution. And then the substitutions that you make, then you kind of say instructions now the more. Into the Joseph Pencil replace Fatal. And I would draw. You kind of say
Semenyo.
We would draw Semenyo now.
No, Semenyo for Inaki.
But no cramp was later. No, it was the 87th minute or so.
86.
Oh, Majid Ashimeru. We have seen what Majid brings to the game. There was no way the Angolans were going to take us on. It definitely no Boba City back. What was the need to play a double pivot? And I said, double pivot now for about 60 minutes. No, why don't you introduce Majid Ashimeru earlier? And then again, Ope goes. At some point, managers will tell you, say, share the way our opponents and set it up. Then you put players on them who can pressurize them. What did Inaki Williams say back in the 87th minutes? Time men obe warming into the game or to me making a difference. Why can't you make these substitutions after 65 minutes, after 60 minutes, and in the 87th minute, and I will introduce you offensive players? At that time, psychologically, the Angolans have beaten you to your game because it's here open goals. Into bed, then you'll be throwing a lot more men forward. Into throw a lot more men forward. Then they can catch you on the counter. Who say be artistic ball deflecting off a year. That ball was going in.
Yeah.
And then there was foul beer. I can't remember. Obi committee foul be right at the edge of the box. That was in around the 87th or the 8th minute. Player denied Sibu Bakwanke a penalty. At that point, they realized said, "Now I enables. Now we're throwing a lot more men forward than that is a coach who is thinking. Or taking decisions a bit me affecting the course of the game. He just pressed us a bit.
Yeah.
Because now I say, you're desperate, so he just pressed us a bit, impressing us a bit, and then you go on the buy. That is when you talk about coach, and I say coach, technical influence on the game. Or here's our 90 minutes here. Ubet me there's not technical influence be. What's an easy bobo. You need direction now. The same way, near baller. Take it wide. Fakoma Fatal, don't cut in. And I'll take it to the left. Former Semenyo, don't cut in.
Jordan. On Monday in Morocco against Niger, must win game, obviously. Your time,
about 2 minutes of Sudan in Niger. I think it's fair to say I don't know much about the Sudan, the Nigerian team, but now we know, say, and maybe send your Morocco the Ombinya page, Papa.
And Jesse in Morocco, there, you name some more pitches.
Absolutely.
So let's see. By my point on the pitch, and say, obeko Angola na wakwa akonya pitch a ete said you obenya wo Morocco anase obenya wo Egypt anase obenya wo Algeria
Messi it Ghana yem pempen so a ye drew of football and say your players e bob e was baba yara pitch ni so that's the point. I'm saying that for me say we are ready say we be dolly out $10,000 we be churches come players and yet put all the the needed a year. That's why I use the light example in the studio. Me say wo ha na obana light enye aduma na wo kinkan ade na when huni ye an kinkan na o boss ebe kwariwa. It's painful. So the major thing about this pitch thing ya kan penifon person be di hunduma no. So I already saw must play on this car. Enye the things needed for him to be able to perform well for you, put it there, give him the good pitches. First, your players, the pitches were not, pitch was really not an issue, but your players were complaining that omo ticket in Bantem, omo winning bonus in Bantem. Now a contempt. Now a problem. Let's not give anybody any excuse.
So
let's go out there, go to Morocco, let's see what happens. But I believe, say, we should be able to win that game against Niger. We should.
Mate. Eno eye Jesse Kofi Amponsa. Na aha ane yede dwumadi ni nyina besi. Mi sorry de mi ankasa ma de nyina kwamra buafo ene beba nekene ensempi ena ode ebe ene efiada enti no enye denya obrei ebeba so pa enti stay tuned. Na sana me sorry no. Kwamra we de mame sima baako na menye we emfema yenya yenua a ye frɛ no eye Jerry Ofori Papa J owo GMABC ha na say Global Media Alliance on na eye head of eye event na osi we enko osi happy birthday to my dearest eye wife Mrs. Teresa Ofori. May you live to experience the favors and the blessings from the Lord. Enjoy this day. We everyone kasa ukunu ho eba Jerry Ofori osi enkoma eye Mrs. Teresa Ofori osi nyankopon enka ho nyankopon enhye odin oma enkwatenten ahodin eni enhyira pa emre osi odo pa osi ene birthday we o menye usual eye jonjon eye birthdays no we dey eye Friday birthday into be di Friday birthday no e dey ama ye papa pa ye head of eye event Jerry Ofori eno si enko enfa ema ne yere a oka eho asem nti we so na megina ene kwaku ansan bright ene produce show no ene happy sports team ni nyina ebo ye chidom mamena Jesse Kofi Amponsa se nura Jesse ne maame afrimu nura na 1 week ne ba so ewo connection ye ma Jesse woni abusua ni nyina ya akọ papa na meda kwa mejumo nso ase so no nso ofree Legon cities na obai na obeboae ema adwumadi etimi koso yes sorry dia kwamra